Hello and welcome to the Punters preview for the runner-by-runner of the one equine Weetwood over 1,200 metres at Clifford Park, Toowoomba this weekend. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly, and as always, joined in these runner-by-runners brought to you by Racing Queensland is James Lamb. Lammy, once again, we've been left in the lurch. We haven't been flown up.
I know, it looks good weather up there too, 27 degrees, but in fairness, I'm pretty happy being in Melbourne for grand final weekend.
I'm quite happy about it too, but when it's going to be 15 degrees and we could be at Clifford Park with the shorts on, given our teams aren't in the grand final, it would be...
Well, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah.
Just
getting over the prelim, but that's all right.
It's all right, mate. At least your team hasn't lost by 80 in two grand finals in 3 years. It's not good. But as said, we're here to go through runner by runner of the Weetwood. 6:20 p.m. on a Saturday night. So I do enjoy that. We can get through the grand final and then prime time. Of course, the Toowoomba Cup is on a bit earlier at 5:40, but the Weetwood at 6:20 p.m. 14 runners to take the start. Obviously, 18 in the field, 4 emergencies. And interesting little race. This is sort of not the top end of Queensland, we shall say, but like a very good sort of segment of horses that pop up in Magic Millions and things like that.
Yeah, there's quite a few horses coming out of group races as well. We saw a couple of them in the Struddy races like that. Looks to be not a lot of speed drawn low, so I'd assume we'll see quite a few jockeys keen to get their mounts across from wide gates. Give Giggles was pretty quick early. The Inflictor mixes it up, but has raced on speed at times. I'd imagine they'll go forward. Goldsborough is a bit the same. Interesting to see what Daniel Moore does on all that pizzazz. Generally races in the first few, but drawn the outside gate in a capacity field. So whether it's handlebars down at the start or sort of ease back and look for a position. But I think they'll probably go forward and roll the dice.
Let's go through these one by one, starting off with number 1, Sofrado for Rex Lip. Damien Thornton takes the ride. 60 kegs, barrier 15. If we knew he was going to bring his best, he'd probably be the favourite.
Yeah, I was going to say, bit of an enigma, this horse. Awesome on his day and legless on other occasions. He's hard to catch. And yeah, barrier 15, 60 kilos makes things tough, so I'd probably take him on.
Number 2, Natuno, one of the many Tony Gollan runners. He loves winning this race. Ryan Maloney, barrier 3, has a good 1,200 metre record and looks to be the map horse.
Yeah, one narrowly over this distance, 2 back. Should lob in a lovely trailing position, barrier 3. Maloney's won 4 from 8 on him, so he's the best jockey for him. Been up since April, so that's a long time, but you trust he's in a pretty good camp to get the job done.
Number 3 is the Inflictor. He's 1 for 1 at the track. Draws barrier 13. Was beaten home by all that pizzazz last start.
Yeah, ran in the straight. It wasn't disgraced there. Was beaten under 5 lengths. Solid in 3 runs since and should get a decent cart across the field thanks to Give Giggles. I think we'll follow that runner across in the mix for sure.
Number 4, Shah of Goma, Jeff Dunn, Anthony Allen, barrier 12. Maybe a little bit outclassed despite winning a Ramornie.
Maybe, but I thought that Ramornie was a bloody good run. And I like the form reference for, Compelling Truth was outclassed last Saturday in Sydney, but his form's pretty good. He was second to Angel Capital this prep. So
and a town plate winner.
I don't mind that form reference there. Yeah. And Shah of Goma, I didn't set the world on fire first up, but better suited over 1,200, generally improved second up. I thought the $19 or $21 was pretty big.
Number 5, Exotic Miss for Michael G. Nolan. CJ Graham from barrier 8. Last start 4th to Tashi in the Tats Tiara. Before that had form around Floozy and Adelia. The SP last start looks big, but go through the form. Bring some good form lines.
Yeah, it's another one that I thought was over the odds when I was going through this race. 5 goes over 1,200. Never missed a place. Only beaten 2.5. Tashi, a horse that has tormented you over the journey, but
is she retired yet?
Half a length off of Bounding that day, who's been excellent in 2 runs in Victoria this campaign and looks a live chance in the last at the Valley on Friday night. So 3 from 5 went first up and the draw looks okay. I think Exotic Miss is a definite chance.
Number 6, the Big Goodbye, Robert Heathcote, Martin Harley, barrier 14. Well, he's been saying goodbye to wins as of late. He hasn't won for a while.
Yeah, it was okay in the Ramornie, but Shah of Goma was much better, and barrier 14 is less than ideal.
We talked about it. Number 7, All That Pizzazz for Tony Gollan, Daniel Moore, barrier 18. Good luck, buckets.
Yeah, won this race in 2023 with 54 kilos, beat Yellow Brick, who we know is very good on his day, but more weight here, outside barrier, and not going quite as well as he was when winning it. So it's going to be tough for that horse.
Number 8, Goldsborough for Gary Duncan. Winona Costin takes the ride. Was a winner 2 starts back over Natuno, then finished 3rd to Natuno. So the form around sort of stacks up.
Yeah, the form is okay. A couple of recent wins over this trip on wet and dry, but his form has probably tailed off a little bit. His last 2 runs probably haven't been good enough to be winning this.
Number 9, Carbling, looks to be set for this race. 3rd start for Lindsay Hatch, trained at Toowoomba. 3rd start since leaving the Snowden stable. You look through the form, beaten in a Tamworth Cup, which is okay. Beaten in a Luskin Star, was beaten in a Burt Lilly by General Salute.
Yeah, it sucked me in a few times when it was racing in Victoria as well. Recent form, it's building, but I don't like barrier 1 for a horse who can dawdle out at times, and capacity field at Toowoomba could be buried back on the inside looking for runs.
Number 10, Russian Alliance, Kevin Kemp, Bailey Wheeler, draws barrier 4, has had 4 starts here for 2 wins, a second. You look through the form, beaten by Miss Rumbini, who started pretty short price in the Rupert Clark last week, ran well. Last start was beaten 5 by Floozy in the Dane Ripper.
Yeah, so that was a pretty hot Group 2 last start. You can probably rule a line through that one. Generally goes well fresh, nice draw, very good record here, 2 wins and a placing from 4 goes. So yeah, Russian Alliance is one of the wider chances.
Number 11, He's Heaven for Desley Forster. Barrier 17, a winner at the track though, but that barrier hurts.
Shocking gate, probably a rung or 2 below these at this stage of his career.
Give Giggles won 3 of its last 4, draws barrier 10 for Benny Thompson, who can't stop riding winners at the moment. 7 wins have been over 1,100 and 1,200 metres, and it just looks set to peak here.
Yeah, flying at the moment, winning 3 of her last 4, rolls forward, 53 kilos on her back, and I think definitely deserves to be at the pointy end of the market.
Number 13 is Safe Work. 1 start at the track for nothing. Looks safely held.
Yeah, it can bob up on occasions, but, barrier 16, it's likely to settle in a different postcode, so no.
Tabs number 14 for Mark Curry, trained at the track. Angela Jones takes the ride here, which is interesting given how many rides Angela takes for Tony Gollan. Barrier 2 has been well back since the markets have been up. It's halved its price already.
Yeah, good record overall, but shocking stats over this distance. 5 starts, yet to run a drum. So maybe that's just a bit of an anomaly, maybe bad luck on occasions. I know it's copped a couple of ordinary steers over the journey as well, but yeah, close up behind Transatlantic and Desert Lightning last start, which is very likeable form for this. I'm a bit worried about barrier 2 because it generally doesn't ping out. Could be problematic. Again, another one similar to Carbling. If it's back on the fence in the big field, looking for runs, it could be trouble.
Just note with Tabs, check the steward's notes because obviously Angela Jones is booked for About to Explode. So if About to Explode does gain a run, she more than likely will be riding About to Explode given her connection with that horse. But we'll go to number 15 first. Pocket Full. Stuart Kendrick draws barrier 6, 4-time winner over 1,200 metres and is 1 for 1 here at Toowoomba and resumes.
Is indeed. Flawless record at the track, but well held in a weaker affair last start. So it would be a surprise.
About to Explode is your favourite currently, is the second emergency, number 16, draws barrier 7 for Angela Jones, who's won on this horse a couple of starts back in January, 3 starts this prep for 2 wins, and looks like it's on the way up.
Yeah, very exciting horse. Huge chance if it manages to sneak into the field. It was only a benchmark 78 that it won last start at Doomben, but I thought that was the win of the day. It was a mile back at the top of the straight. Explosive finish on him, so he's well named, and yeah, he has to be a big chance if he can get a couple of scratchings.
Jack B. Lucky had been running around in sort of those country qualifiers for them last preparation in Queensland, was first up in a 78 and didn't do much.
No, I think I could probably beat Jack home.
Oof. Bo Witness is the final horse. Stacey Callow draws a barrier 5. Good record at the track, has only had a 10 runs over the distance and hasn't done too much.
Nope.
No. Okay, that's 18 runners gone through. Which way are we leaning, Lamb? You now note the favourite's still the second emergency currently on Thursday afternoon as recording.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky with About to Explode on the emergencies list, but that's the way I'm going with the top pick.
Yep.
I've got Exotic Miss in for second, Give Giggles as my third pick, and Shah of Gomar in for fourth. So a little bit of value in the top 4 selections there.
So I'm giving you $100 to have a bet on this race. We've just, we've seen the grand final. We're just kicking back, having a cold beverage of your choice. What am I doing in this race?
I'm going to play exotics. I'm going to be greedy at the end of a big day of grand final punting. And I'm going to have a $70 boxed Quinella. I'm going to box up those 4 horses, About to Explode, Exotic Miss, Give Giggles, and Shah of Gomar. So 2 that are in the market and 2 roughies. Hoping one of the roughies sneaks in there, and I'll have the other, how good's my maths here? I'll have the other 30 on the boxed trifecta, those 4 horses. So it's ambitious, but I didn't want to have like 100 on About to Explode, given that it might not actually be running. So we're just going to get a little bit fruity with the betting strategy this week.
We may see Tony go and scratch a horse like All That Pizzazz, given it's in his stable and drawn 18. So we'll wait and see there. So there may be an update to the betting strategy come Saturday morning.
Maybe.
But we'll watch and see on that. But of course, thank you to Racing Queensland for sponsoring these videos throughout the winter. Of course, we did go through the far north Queensland, through the cups up there, and now finishing off with the Weetwood. But good luck if you're having a bet this weekend. Lammy is with number 16 about to explode if it does get a run. Betting updates down the bottom on your screen now. But good luck this weekend if you're having a bet.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.